Hi, good morning, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 886. I'm Kristin Omdahl, and we're here live in Southwest Florida. If you are joining me live, please say hello. I know it takes a few minutes for people to pop over from pre-chat and notifications. Good morning, Lisa. Happy Friday. Hi, Naomi. Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. It's Friday, right? Yeah. Hi, Joe. Hi, Judy. Hi, Lily. Hi, Christine. Hi, Kathy. And Mary, Lucy, Wendy, Steffi. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Sharon and Marcia. Hi, Sabrina. Hi, Diamond Girl and Suzanne and G. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 886, and we're live in Southwest Florida at the beach. This is the gorgeous Gulf of Mexico behind me. We have a heat index of 106 today, 106 degrees Fahrenheit. It's very steamy already. Even my glasses are steaming up as we're sitting here. Yeah, steaming up just sitting here. That's crazy. And I just cleaned them in the car, so I know it's not fingerprints. I'm working on the beginning of an idea for making Christmas stockings that I think will convert to both knit and crochet. And I'm making it in rows, not rounds, to make it absolutely the easiest sock shape possible. So, I know a lot of people have never made socks before and never made stockings because they haven't made socks before. And I thought, how can I really simplify the shape down? A stocking isn't something that you're going to wear. It's something you're going to hang for decoration. So it needs to have the right shape, but it doesn't necessarily have to be as functional as something that you would put on your feet and walk around in. So I thought, to get that shape in the simplest way possible, in rows with a few minor increases and decreases, might be a really fun way to explore beginner stockings or beginner sock shapes. Looks like we're going to have loud company this morning. Oh well. Hey, it's a public beach. You can't control who's going to be here. And I'm going to do ribbing at the top of each stocking, then the body, and then do the increases and decreases to create the foot shape. Do it in one piece, then fold the whole thing in half and seam up the back, which would be up the back of the leg and then down the center of the sole. But since I'm doing, I wanted to start it without a tight set of stitches at the top also, so I didn't want to do a starting chain, and the top of the crochet one is going to be in ribbing. So I thought the best way to do that, it's going to be ribbing done in front post and back post double crochet. So I thought the best way to do that while keeping it nice and stretchy is to start with a row of foundation double crochet. So if anybody has not done foundation double crochet, I thought I could tilt the camera down for a second and show you how to do it. But now that I'm saying it, I probably need to unravel all the way back to the beginning, because anytime you do foundation stitches, you want to do something slightly different for the first one than you do for the rest of the row. So this is what it's going to look like.
Not really.
So I'm going to unravel my work because I think it's more important to show you how to get started. So is it okay to do it like this, or do you want me to tilt the camera down? I don't have my regular tripod today, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. Is this okay to see it kind of like in reverse from my hands? Because I'll be able to explain to you what I'm doing as well. Well, I could either do it like that, or I could tilt the camera down. No, I'm not going to be able to. I'm using a weird little tripod that's my extra, because in order to do the two cameras in the backyard yesterday, I had to borrow my tripod from the car that I take to the beach, and obviously I didn't remember to bring it back. So I'm going to do it like this. I have plenty of video tutorials here on my YouTube channel for how to do foundation double crochet. So if you want to watch a proper video on it, I have them. But here I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to get started. So foundation single crochet is done in a similar way, but it's a smaller stitch, so it involves less chains in the beginning. So for foundation double crochet, I do a chain 4 in the beginning, and then double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. So it's yarn over your hook, but it's going to be an extended double crochet. So it's yarn over your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1 loop on your hook. That's the extended part. Then yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. Okay, so there's our chain, and there's our extended double crochet. So when you're making that extended double crochet, that vertical bar right here at the very base of the stitch, that's the extension, and that's the space that we're going to insert our crochet hook for the next stitch. So it's yarn over your hook, insert your hook into the base of the previous double crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1 loop on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. This is what the front of the work should look like. So this is what I'm looking at as I'm crocheting. So here's your chain. Here's the first foundation double crochet that has that bar at the bottom. And then we inserted our crochet hook to work the next foundation double crochet into that bar. So now we have a bar in that latest stitch, and that bar is where we're going to work the next stitch. So it's yarn over your hook, insert your hook into the bar of the base of the previous stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1 loop on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. And there we have another foundation double crochet made, and it has its own bar at the bottom of the stitch, and it is that bar that you're going to work the next stitch. So it's yarn over your hook, insert your hook into the bar, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1 loop on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. So there you can see, this is your view. This is the back side. So as I was crocheting, you were looking at the back side, and I'm turning it around so that you can see the front view. If you were crocheting, this is what I was looking at while I was crocheting, and this is what you would be looking at if you were working it. And so you can see those bars at the bottom are pretty prominent, and those bars are created from that yarn over, pull through 1 loop on your hook that you do at the beginning of the double crochet before you do the traditional yarn over, pull through 2 times. So it's that first yarn over, pull through 1 that creates that bar, which is yarn over, pull through 1 is a chain 1, right? So foundation stitches are combining the chain and the stitch at the same time. So normally you would make a chain and then you would come back and double crochet in each one, but by doing that yarn over, pull through 1, you're creating the foundation chain and working the double crochet at the same time, which is why it's called a foundation double crochet, and why it has benefits of being stretchy. If we were working these stitches into a traditional chain, they wouldn't be this stretchy. And since I'm trying to make the top cuff of a Christmas stocking, I want this to be nice and stretchy, because I do want the option of being able to fold it over as well, because a folded over cuff would be really cute on our stocking, don't you think? And it would be another little feature of the stocking that would be, you know, anytime we can add extra bells and whistles to something that's super duper simple, I think it's really a bonus. So by doing this stitch, it's giving us the option of having a reversible ribbed edge that will fold over, and that's really a nice extra option that we're going to have with this pattern. For whoever just said they didn't know that this stitch was stretchy, I do want to point out there's benefits to things that are stretchy and there's benefits to things that aren't stretchy, right? So like if you're doing a top-down construction top and you don't want your neck hole opening to be very wide and you want it to be tighter or with more structure, skip the foundation stitches and do the chain. If you want something stretchier than a traditional chain, you do the foundation stitches. So it depends on what aesthetic you're going for and what the construction is or what the use is of what you're making. There's lots of reasons why you would want something tight or loose at the neck. There's lots of reasons why you'd want something tight or loose at the sleeve or at the top of a cuff of something. You know, so the more tools you have in your toolbox, the more options you have in deciding what's going to be the most beneficial for the use of whatever you're making. And I noticed that Judy posted a link to my proper actual tutorial video on the foundation double crochet, so I do highly recommend you watch that as well, because in the camera work on that one, it's an overhead shot, so you can see my hands from the point of view that you would be working, so it'll look the same as when you're holding your yarn. And in all of my stitch tutorial videos, it's really close up, and I do a regular speed and a slow motion speed. You know, it's funny, reminds me of something else, and I don't know if I should say it or not, but you know, whenever you do something, you're going to please some people and not please others, right? And if I do something slow motion for beginners, then more intermediate and advanced people will complain that my videos are too slow. And if I do in between work, between the, like if I'm doing a specific, if I'm showing something for more intermediate or in the middle of a pattern, I'm not going to slow down and do slow motion every single double crochet if I'm teaching you something else, right? So then when people watch those videos out of context, they'll say I go so fast. And so anyway, you can't please everybody. But having said all that, if you're looking for learning actual stitches, my stitch tutorial libraries are amazing for that, because I show you up close with all the worded descriptions at first. Then I repeat the stitch in slow motion so that you can really break it all down. Now, can I do that for every single stitch on a tutorial for how to make an entire project? No, it would take hours to watch, and I think I would lose everybody's attention span that way. So everything's about building up on your skills. If you need to learn a stitch, watch the tutorial, watch the stitch tutorials. If you want to apply that stitch to a more comprehensive project, then watch the tutorial videos for the patterns. But however, not everybody's going to listen to that advice, not everybody's going to, and there's going to be complaints regardless of what I do. But I just wanted to explain to you that if you need a little extra help with specific stitches, those are the videos to watch to actually learn the stitches. And whenever I'm making a tutorial video for a project, I do slow down the first time I show a stitch in that video, you know, for a little even added bonus. But I did want to point out that if you're looking to learn the stitches, sometimes picking up in the middle of a video about an actual project is not the best way to do that. Yes, there is a gear button on every video that can slow down or speed up anything, and despite that, there's people that still complain. I had a lady recently ask me if I was asleep while I was making a project, and it was a beginner project. You know, it was a beginner project, so I slowed down the stitches because it was a beginner project. And her comment was, were you asleep while you were making this? And you know what, and I shouldn't have done this. I know you're supposed to be cheery and funny and upbeat all the time, and you know what I replied? Yes. Like, what am I supposed to say to that? For the most part, I handle, you know, the negative stuff really with the most positive attitude I can. And yesterday, I guess I put my little devil cap on, and I read it, and I thought about it for a while, and I thought about it, and at the end of the day, I said, you know what? I think this question deserves deserves the appropriate answer. So I just said yes. We'll see. We'll see if it escalates from there. But you know what I mean? Sometimes, every once in a while, you gotta make light of things. And when things feel ridiculous, and not any one thing is ever super ridiculous on its own. It's the combination, right? It's you know, this person doing this person doing that, this happening here, this happening there, this happening in your personal life, your professional life, in your head, in your body, whatever. And there just comes a point when you're like, I got nothing. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have enjoyed it as much as I did, and I probably shouldn't have admitted it out loud to you guys either, but sometimes you just have to let things go. And the best way to let that go was to just agree. So if anybody needs to hear that kind of advice, I thought it was worth sharing, because I wasn't really intending to bring it up. I was really just wanting to explain the different ways to get the most benefit out of my videos. And so to explain my point of view of why I do the things I do, I thought was beneficial, and it just kind of popped out. Occasionally I have no filter, so sorry. Yes, no, I would never be nasty with anybody, because you never know where someone's coming from. I mean, and that wasn't even nasty. I mean, I've heard some really nasty things over the years. And unfortunately, as much as it may hurt when someone says something nasty to you, and this applies to all of us, it's really never about you. It's about them, and it's about whatever they're going through. So I try to keep that in mind 99.999% of the time, and be really kind and patient with people, even when they do really blast off on me. But this was an example where you can just let something go and just don't resist it, right? Just don't resist. So I felt like that was a good lesson to share anyway, even though I'm not in any way saying anything negative about that person. And with as many hundreds of comments as I get a day on my YouTube channel, I mean, I'm not pointing anybody out specifically. I'm not even going to say what video it came on. I'm just saying, in general, if this is something that you struggle with, sometimes the best solution is just to not resist something, right? One of my favorite authors writes about that all the time, Eckhart Tolle. First book I read of his was The New Earth, and now I'm reading The Power of Now by him. Both books I love very, very much. And one of the things he talks about a lot is non-resistance, and that whether you're going through something negative or fearing something, focusing on the now is always good advice. But another good advice is not resisting things, just letting things play out the way they're supposed to play. Hi Donna, good morning. Hi Faye. All right, so I'm going to continue on with my, someone said, what yarn and hook am I using? I am using Be So Easy yarn in color bisque, and I'm using a 9mm crochet hook. Oh, thanks, Judy. Judy's posting a link to Eckhart Tolle's book, The New Earth. I've read that book so many times. Has anybody else read that? Does anybody else love his books? I actually like his YouTube and his videos too, because I love his voice. He has such a soothing voice. I think I follow him on Instagram and on YouTube. Oh yes, the 2 scarf patterns. Guess what? All the photos turned out yesterday. Well, for the most part. I didn't use all of them, but would we take like 12 photos? I was able to keep 9 of them. That's not bad. So I kept 9 of them, and then I shot both of the scarves on like a display ladder. I bought this ladder that's meant for displaying blankets and quilts and things like that, and I thought it was a great, because it's white and I put it against a white wall in my house, I thought it was a great place to display draped fabrics. So I did a nice still shot of both of the scarves there too. So I think between seeing the photos with the scarves on me and seeing them displayed like that, I think that it was a really nice, well-rounded view of what the scarves look like. Each of the scarf patterns, so there's the Raquel knit scarf, and then there's the Nikki crochet scarf. Each one of them I used 4 balls of Be So Easy yarn in color black. And both patterns are available on my website right now. They both include written instructions and charts, and there will be tutorial videos coming along down the pike, but they're both very easy, and if you can read patterns or charts, they're both very easy to follow. Quick projects and very large hooks and needles, like 8mm, 9mm. And what else? Oh, I sent out an email this morning, so if you were not aware, or if you haven't gotten don't get my emails, I'll recap a couple of things. You know, we have bulk discounts on all the yarns and a lot of the accessories. Well, I have figured out how to add bulk discounts on patterns now. So if you decide to buy patterns all at the same time, you can get bulk discount pricing on 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25 patterns with respective 5% off up to 25% off. So my patterns are $1.99 a piece, but let's say you put 5 patterns in your cart, then the price goes down to, I believe, $1.79. And then if you put 10 in the cart, the price comes down even more. And the more you put in the cart, if you put up to 25 patterns into your cart or more, you get 25% off all of the patterns. So very exciting. The table explaining the breakdown of the different discounts is on every pattern page. And oh, what else? If you have any questions, let me know. And I've added a new feature to the front menu section of my website. When you clicked patterns before, it gave you the option of knit patterns or crochet patterns, where I know a lot of you, like me, like to knit and crochet. So if you want to view all patterns at once, there's now a third drop down. It's all patterns, crochet patterns, or knit patterns. And if you go to the shop, you can just view everything all together. And whether you go from that filter or all together, we still have really detailed filtering system there, where if you click on any of the plus signs on the filter system on the left, they'll drop down and you can search by any kind of combination of yarns, patterns, whatever. And there's so many detailed subcategories for each pattern. So lots of ways to fine-tune your search or expand your search. So I've created those extra bells and whistles to make it more helpful for you. If you ever have any requests, please always feel welcome to ask me. And if you have questions, always feel welcome to ask me as well. Does anybody have any questions right now? I'm sure I added other stuff in that email. Might take me a minute to figure it out, to remember. Oh, I thought, gosh darn it. Thank you, Judy. Be So Airy is back in stock, and there's 3 new colors, and I forgot to bring them with me this morning. But if you go to the Be So Airy page, you can see the new colors there, and I'll make a graphic and share it in a post here later today. But Be So Airy now comes in 23 colors. All the colors are restocked, so if you're on a wait list or waiting for any of the colors, I know Sandcastle and Foam White sold out in lightning speed last couple times. I had new orders come in. Anyway, they're all restocked, and there is now peach, silver, and steel gray. And I'm sorry, I totally forgot to bring them with me this morning, but they are gorgeous colors. You can see them at the product page, and like I said, I should have put that in the email this morning too. Anyway, I could send out a new email as well. We'll see. But you can definitely just go find them there. The peach is a very pretty pastel peach, and the gray comes in 2 tones. Yes, free shipping always applies regardless of the promotions going on my website, including bulk discounts or whatever's on sale. So so that applies to Be So Airy as well. But if you want to see the new colors, they are silver, steel gray, and peach. And so that brings the color palette up to 23 colors. So pretty, so many gorgeous colors. All right, making quite a bit of progress. Oh, thanks, Doris. Does anybody have any questions? I'm going to count this: 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I needed 27 stitches, and I literally have 27 stitches here. How cool is that? Not every day you say, hey, I better count, and you're at the count you wanted. All right, does anybody have any other questions? I'll wait. If you hit the thumbs up button, then that probably counts as one of the thumbs up there, Thea. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, thank you to anybody. Oh, that hits the like button or leaves comments, or thanks everybody for taking time out of your day to join me here. But you want to go see the water's not as clear today, it looks like. The clouds are beautiful, yes. The cloud looks like a polar bear. Oh, I don't see it. I'm glad you see it though. Anytime you can see a shape in a cloud. Ah, Faye, great question. Am I going to make time for me this weekend? I keep telling myself that I'm going to bring my umbrella and my chair to the beach with my book, and I'm going to read. So fingers crossed that that actually happens, but that is my goal. You see a hippo. Oh, that's awesome. So today I'm at parking lot 1 at Wiggins Pass, and you can see it's quite busy here. And here's my little spot. Okay. I love this little table I picked up. It really works well for this tiny little tripod that I had to use today. Anyway, it's always good to have options, right? Yes, Be So Airy's great for hats, bags, placemats, and all sorts of home dec items. Be great for plant hangers too. I've seen a few people use it for placemats and other things in the Create, Share, Inspire group. I want to make placemats too. I just haven't made them yet. I've been working on other things, but so many amazing things you can make with Be So Airy yarn. Absolutely. Yes, it is fun to hear the kids playing. I'm surrounded by families right now. This is unusual, right? But fun. And they're all having so much fun. It is great to hear them laughing and yucking it up. All right, well, thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed the beach, the sound of the waves, the sound of all the laughter and giggles. Hope you enjoyed my tutorial, chatting with me and everyone else here. Yes, I do have plant hanger patterns. You can search by home dec in patterns on my website. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you Monday for the next episode of Create, Share, Inspire podcast. Bye-bye.